I've never done anything like this before.
It's really very cathartic, I think.
Music has a real strong connection to bring people together, and this is a brilliant example of that.
I think the large scale of this has been very important because there's a sense of community just in the size of the project.
It's called Public Domain, and it's a piece by an American composer called David Lang, and it's designed to be for an enormous number of singers, but the idea is that very many of them are people who've always fancied being in something but have never really been a singer before.
I found that it's a really good way to express yourself, especially with the rehearsals being after work. If I've had like a bad day, it's a really fun place to go and just let go of that.
Our new neighbour had moved in next door, who I'd only met once, and told her about it. She's come along.
This has been really good for getting to know people locally. And I've seen people who I kind of see around, and then suddenly I realise they're singing in the choir, and that's wonderful.
I volunteer in the community, and I've grown up around here but never been part of anything like this.
Our love of music.
Our love of music.
Every phrase begins with "our," and we know that David Lang put into the internet, one thing that brings us all together is ... and then Google provided what people have said to finish that sentence. And he's taken out some of the more offensive ones. And what actually he's ended up with is some really passionately held views about what unites us.
Maybe at the start it was quite difficult to visualise or imagine how it was going to be, but actually the messages of the piece are so clear, and that's really helped us to bring it together.
It's all actually been a very interesting experience in watching a production like this come together, especially when developing the production seems to be a work in progress, that experiments are being done to see what works and what doesn't work, and we're being told to try different things.
We do one performance, so we've imagined as much as we can what the audience will do and what their experience will be like, but until they come, it's very difficult to know.
I think they will be surprised. They don't expect something like this. They're coming to the Barbican Centre for whatever purpose they have in mind, and then suddenly we'll burst out in a song and they'll be thinking, what's happening here? You know?
Projects like this are really important for the community to come together, because a place like this is a safe space and people coming together with all different kinds of things going on in their lives, but then they're still got this common connection where people just want to sing.
Our passion.
The reason people feel so strongly about it is that at this time where there are lots of people feeling divisions, actually this is about bringing people together, and partly just having 600 people coming into the same space and doing something in a united way, that's amazing.
There's this fantastic family feel between them. They've all gone off in enormous groups to discuss it, have a drink, go out to supper or whatever it is. And I wonder if that isn't the most important part of all this.
as a conductor, we're used to having a lot of sound coming at us. But in this context, here we are completely surrounded.
You can't ever ask that all your performers give 100%, and my goodness they did. Every single one of those singers is now converted. That's the idea of these projects.
It was just so... People were actually reacting to what we were singing and what we were saying. I saw people with their eyes closed.
Did you like it? Yeah. What did you like about it?
It was loud and loud and loud and loud.
Powerful is just the way I'd describe it. Just seeing the look on people's faces was like genuine, like, what's going on here? They felt something, you know?